Valve is planning to unveil its Steam machine at this year's GDC. That's the game
Like the
developer.
finalized version of it. Like what's
Finalized.
going to. Okay. Because they've
Yeah.
shown like hints at it, and they've shown the controller, or at least one version of the controller. I guess they've been talking about this for a while now, so
They've
it's
actually
about
been
time that
talking
they
about
show the
it.
final
They've
version.
been talking about it since 2013. I believe that was at a GDC 2013. They showed off a little bit more at last year's CES, I believe. Maybe not CES, one of those conferences. And then now they're saying that it will be front and center. They're going to have a booth dedicated to it. It's going to be a big thing, and they're going to let all the developers kind of salivate over what Valve has come up with. Now, if you don't know Valve, they make awesome games, but they take forever to make them, but you don't skimp on any quality. So if
Yeah,
they're putting
yep.
the
They
same,
take a while to make good quality, so
yeah, and if they're putting the same kind of structure towards making this hardware, I think we're going to get a pretty awesome machine because it'll really utilize the Steam service. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it'll work. Will you be able to download the games from Steam and then play them on the software, so you won't have to be connected to the internet, or is it more of a stream type thing?
I'm not sure, but I think it's mostly like a standard computer, but it's they've made it and custom made it for their purposes and their personalized OS and I don't know whatever they need as a
Yeah,
game
and they will
console.
have their own Steam
Um,
OS too, so that'll be pretty
yeah.
interesting as well. I imagine it'll be based off of Windows some way because
No, they've
a
already
lot
come
of
out.
games
So
are.
it's a Linux-based one, and that's
Oh,
why
it's a
they've been
Linux-based one.
pushing porting a lot of games to Linux ahead of releasing the Steam box. They've been facilitating that, porting a lot of games that they have in their library from Windows to Linux, and opening that up so that there is more available on Linux. So that's what they want to go for.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that might hold this back is not the games, because there's going to be 100 million games for it already. Is not the company making it and taking a while. It's going to be that controller, because when they first unveiled kind of a prototype of the controller, it had, instead of two thumbsticks, it had two touchpads, and that would be pretty hard to get used to, I would imagine. It just, the feel of it wouldn't be the same, and I don't know if I'd like it. I mean, granted, I haven't had my hands on one yet, but that would be very interesting. And they are saying that they will have the final version of the controller. They will also unveil that at this year's GDC. So we're going to see if they stuck with their whole touchpads or if they went to a thumbstick. And
I think the touchpads though makes sense for what they're trying to do because with all the different games they have some that need it's like the closest to a mouse experience, the closest in between of a mouse experience and a joystick experience. The question is, do you want to go with that in between? Is that going to make both experiences crappy? But they did add in other features, like they do have the feedback in there, which looks like it's probably going to be pretty cool. But I don't know, man. Maybe we have to kind of get your hands on it because sometimes with these new controller setups, you do kind of have to get your hands on it to really understand what's going on.
yeah,
That was kind of the case with the Wii U's gamepad. Like no one really understood. Like, oh, what you just putting a screen on this gamepad? It looks like all clunky, but you put it in your hands, like, oh, this feels all right. This works. Good to go. Same thing with like some of the Xbox controllers. Like the old one, it was so huge, right?
well,
But
the old
you
one,
put
the
feels
original
good.
Xbox controller, I think was a miss. But then they took it, and they said, "Hey,
They
what did we
molded a
miss
little bit.
on?" And oh, we put two extra buttons, the black and white, in the wrong spot. Make it a little smaller. But the way their thumbsticks are positioned, I think the Xbox now has the best controller out there. So
Yeah. So
we're just gonna have to see what they do with it. And I don't think having a touch screen on the controller would be a bad idea. I just don't think that being the primary way to control things is the best idea. Because if you're going more the console look and feel and playability, you gotta kind of port that. But you're right. RTS games, especially, I played those on my 360. Like Lord of the Rings, there was a really cool RTS, Battle for Middle Earth or something like that. I really enjoyed it on the PC. Didn't like it so much on the 360 just because the mouse wasn't there. The feel is a little bit different. So having the
RTSs are
mouse,
very difficult on
yeah,
consoles. Like I've seen it done decently before, but it's hard to get right.
yeah. So I mean, having a mouse system would definitely improve things. Yeah, and you never know. Maybe they make it so that it just comes with a mouse, a wireless mouse that you could use. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. That could work. Uh, Now, does not a lot of people want an extra thing, and then, oh, well, if I want to play two-player, then I need another mouse. Well, hey, you can't play two-player on the PC usually anyway, sitting next to each other. So figure it out, people. Figure it out. But yeah, so I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. I believe the GDC is next month. I think it takes place in February, if I'm correct. So, hey, we got a lot in store for us. But hit us up, let us know what you think. Are you excited about the Steam machine? Or do you think it'll be an epic fail? Hit us up, comments down below, of course, at What's My Face on Twitter, Google Plus, Facebook, always good ways of getting a hold of us.